Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter, and in this video we're gonna look at Thrustmaster's latest steering wheel. So first we're gonna take a look at the box, do a quick unboxing, then I'll take it apart as usual, and lastly I'll share some of my thoughts on how it is to drive the Thrustmaster's latest and, well, we'll see if greatest. So the box is pretty okay. There's some, what do we have in here? The nice thing is that it's compatible with all the existing bases. So we have TSXW, T300, TX, TGT, TGT2 and TSPC, and T818, which I never had and never will have. But yeah, okay. What else do we have in here? Yeah, nothing special. I mean, it's just a box. You look at it once and just throw it away afterwards. Right, let's open it. So, what do we have in here? Yeah, just instructions how to assemble. Okay, nothing important. Okay, so inside, first instructions, blah, blah. Okay, I'll check them quickly. Get off your best rod, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. Paper insert. The wheel itself. Okay, let's take it out for a sec. Okay, I'll put it to the side for a moment. Right, so we have the two adapters, the direct drive wheel and the old school. Look into the details in a moment. And in here, what's that? Yeah, not sure what this is for. I think it's like the dampers for the paddle shifters. I think I saw something like that online. Yeah, screws for the QR, and that's it, and the Allen key. So yeah, let's focus on the wheel itself. Right, so the wheel. First impressions, very quickly. Any noises? Yeah, feels right. I have no clue what the front is, but as you guys can hopefully see, there's like two layers. So the top one is this fake carbon fiber, because it definitely isn't a carbon fiber. Yeah, so that definitely is a first disappointment. The grips, bit squarish. So this piece here is kind of like biting into the hand a bit, slightly hurting if I'm honest. Not overly comfortable. Also, I think this is the same thing they did with the SF1000. So I think this is just a very thin layer of rubber and then plastic. We're gonna look inside in a moment. Right, so then the buttons. This goes just a clicky one, bit loose. So this one's exactly the same thing. The push buttons, yes, fairly okay, I guess. The reach is good. You can get all of them with your thumb. Same goes for this one, this rocker. The logo is not a button. And the encoders, fairly light, but there is a very good click. So this is actually something I like. But even though you have the numbers in here, so it kind of suggests you have like a 12 position switch, they're not, as far as I'm aware, just rotary encoders. Obviously everything is plastic, because yeah, Thrustmaster. This one is, so the top is asphalt plastic, and this is just a joystick, so it goes 4 ways. Doesn't rotates a bit, so does rotate a little. It's a bit wobbly, so definitely not something super high quality. And we have the 4 LEDs in the front. Not much I can say about it apart from that. All these fronts are just stickers, so you can easily, with your nail, you can easily peel them off. These are printed or on whatever that is, this front. Okay, that's it. And then for the back, let me bring in the camera a bit closer. So we have the mounting for the quick release. Don't know why there are like the standard old school mounting 3 screws. It looks almost as if they molded it to work with the old one, with the old connector for Thrustmaster wheels, and then they changed their mind and added this universal one for both direct drive and the old stuff. Looks very weird, but we'll open it and see. Paddle shifters, so that was probably one of the more interesting things about this wheel. First of all, I can tell you every single piece is no, the lever here, this is metal. This is metal as well, the paddle. The top is plastic, and this body here that holds the paddle shifter is plastic as well. Okay, yeah, they're not great. The travel is super short, so I think it's not going to be extremely difficult to do a double gear change. They're pretty light, but actually I don't know, I'll do some driving and see. Maybe I'm holding it the other way around. Yeah, maybe they aren't that bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's a dry test, so I'll need to do some driving and think about how I feel about them. Okay, right, so from the outside there's not really much else to say. Let's look at the adapters. Okay, so I'll start from the one for the direct drive wheels. Right, what can we see in here? We have fairly long cable to connect it inside. This piece looks as if it goes off, so yeah, I'll take it apart just to see how it works. Again, everything is plastic. And the old school adapter, nothing new in here, plastic, and Actually, this is a shorter cable than the one that they give you with the direct drive adapter, which is not great. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to mod it. Now, funny thing is, this looks as if Thrustmaster just plugged in the adapter that they use with almost every single wheel. Okay, that's interesting. Let me open it. So they use this like a different type of screws, TX 1589. Okay, good news. I removed the PS2 connector from the inside just to have a more comfortable grip, and it actually came out. So hold it with your fingers on the sides, push with thumbs, and goes out. Woohoo! That's a win. And mainly because this looks basically identical. I'll double check it, but as far as I'm concerned, this is identical to all the other adapters, which means there is no need for a customized PMT quick release adapter for this wheel. You can use the old one that works with all the other wheels. That is brilliant news. Okay, so before I get to opening the wheel, I want to take a closer look at this Thrustmaster's direct drive wheel adapter. So let's see what's inside. Okay. So of course, Thrustmaster style, everything is plastic. Right, so here we have, okay, it's definitely more complicated than the old adapter. Can we push it out? Yes. So funny enough, interesting. Check this out. You see the empty connector? It's marked as display, and the top one is marked as wheel. So we can expect some kind of displays coming from Thrustmaster. On the front we have the pogo pins, and here's for anyone interested. Okay, so they're using like Amtel. Alright, so that's there's definitely more going on in here than with the old solution. I wonder what else are these guys going to bring to the market then. Alright, not sure what to start with, so I'll probably go with the shifters just to see. Also, I tried with the magnet, nothing like this plate on the front, nor the paddles, nothing is magnetic, so it needs to be some kind of an alloy. But yeah, let's take it off and we'll go one by one. One thing to notice, zoom it in. One thing to notice, all the screws on the back here are Torx, so that's quite unusual for Thrustmaster. I took apart loads of their wheels, and this is the first time I see Torx screws. So the other ones seems to be Phillips, and then you have the Allen key ones. So quite a mixture. Alright, let's take it off. Alright, here's a quick look inside. So this whole piece, actually, yeah, it is metal because I can see the thread inside. So this whole piece, this whole arm is metal, and it nicely moves away. we have the... How is the switch working in here? Huh, interesting. I think they're using Hall sensor. That's the first time I see it. Right, I'll take it off and we'll see up close. Okay, that's interesting. So, what do we have in here? Yeah, Hall. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a Hall sensor. I think it's the first time I see something like that. A Hall sensor paddle shifter. It's quite unique approach, and it connects with 4 pins to the PCB that's inside. So that's quite an interesting choice of designing the paddle shifters. Let's take the whole thing off. Okay, so now we got the whole assembly off. As you can see, there are the tiny magnets inside in here. They're much smaller than the on the top. I'll do the measurements in a second. I don't think I can take them out though. I'll try it in a second. I also just want to take out the pin that's holding this. Do I need to? No point. So we have some kind of a padding in here. It seems to be a very it seems to be a very thin layer of rubber. So yeah, it's super thin. It's literally maybe a fraction of a millimeter. Yeah. Okay, this is there's magnets on the back, but this isn't magnetic. So we get 3 mil on the sides. Yeah, it's fine. And then the paddle arm itself. So you can move it back and forward a bit. The default position is pretty okay for me. This is 3.2 millimeters. One piece of aluminium. This is definitely aluminium. Let's try to take out the magnets. No, they don't want to come out. No, sorry. I don't know what the thickness is. And, push it down. It's gonna be 2 or 3 millimeters. How thick is the whole thing? So this is, yeah, they're probably 3 millimeters in thickness, and the diameter is, so the top ones are around 10 millimeters. Yeah, top one is 10 millimeters, and the bottom one is 8. So we have so we have a pair of 10 and 8 millimeter magnets in the paddle shifter. Okay. Last thing I forgot, there are these standoffs. They're plastic, and that's what you use to push the paddle a bit further. So you can see in here, these are the standoffs that are increasing the distance from the rim, which I actually like. They are plastic, and 6 on the outside, 3.5 in the middle, and 5 millimeters tall. Alright. So the next thing I'll go for is I'll try to take out one of the grips just to see exactly how they look like. I'm almost certain this is same thing we saw on SF1000, but let's check it out. Okay. Yeah, that was right. There's extra screws holding the front, but I won't even bother, if I'm honest, guys. Same thing we saw with the SF1000. Let's zoom in. So you see the thickness of the rubber is like so here. So I can check with my calipers. It seems like around 1.5, 1.6 millimeters of rubber that's covered on top of the grip. So yeah, old tricks that Thrustmaster reuses. I really miss the P310 or the Rally, or actually I would even take what was on the open wheel compared to these. On top of that, they're not very comfortable, like I mentioned already. So yeah, well, that's Thrustmaster for you. Okay, so to take off the back cover, I had to remove the other paddle shifter as well, because there's like pieces of plastic blocking access. So let's try to remove the back and look into the goodies. Yeah, I don't think it will come off yet. I need to also remove all the screws from the front. Oh, finally, that was a lot of screws. Okay, so what will happen when I take it off? Will it all fall apart? Doesn't want to go. So is it the encoders? Let's see. Okay, let's just use connect the card. Okay, so first of all, the knobs, like I mentioned, they're all plastic. Yeah, nothing interesting in here. Pretty basic. Okay. Huh. Interesting. There's a spring. There's a spring in here. See? Why the heck? Why is there a spring in here? And it's touching. I think this is just for grounding. So you see that there's no paint in here, and this is all painted in black. Okay, so some findings. First of all, this back plate, it seems to be aluminium. Now the whole thing, I wonder how thick is it. So check it out, 2.3 millimeters. I mean, are you serious? Look at the flex. I mean, to be honest, I was expecting it to be worse. With yeah. So I said it's 2.3 millimeters, but the sticker is 0.3 millimeters. So this is a 2 millimeter thick aluminum plate and a carbon fiber-ish sticker on top. And how I know it's a sticker? Look inside here. If I touch it, it sticks. Yes. Oh, it's just a vinyl. It's so basic. These here, these are stickers as well, and these are prints, like I mentioned before. So, disappointing? Let me know what you think. Okay, so this is definitely different than what I've seen on all other Thrustmaster wheels. The whole button box, the whole assembly is closed. I've never seen that before with Thrustmaster's products. This spring is just funny. Oh my god, there's so many extra screws in here. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, that's off. So let's try to take it out. How do I go about that? Did I miss something? Doesn't want to go out. Oh, there's notches in here. That is so much going on in here. What now? This piece. Okay, so here we have the JST connectors that hold the smaller PCBs that are then connected to our Hall sensor PCB for the paddles. So they go like so here. Yeah. Okay. So let's just gently disconnect them. Oops. That wasn't gentle enough, I think. Okay, fine. Okay, second one. Right. So these PCBs have nothing on them apart from the connector. So yeah, this whole assembly obviously is made of plastic. There are some heat inserts for the 3 pins that could hold the original semi-quick release adapter, and then these 4 are another brass heat inserts, and they hold the upgraded, newer quick release. Don't see anything super interesting about it. Maybe let's just see how big are those heat inserts. So that is right. So the heat inserts. So the 4 heat inserts that are holding the whole thing are 10 millimeter long. So I'm hoping there's going to be sufficient amount of force, so it doesn't fall apart. I mean, the plastic itself is very rigid. It feels pretty high quality, if I'm honest, but it's just a plastic. And now we have the main PCB. I don't know how to get to the buttons. I'll remove these screws and see what else can we see? Can we find in here? Oh, actually, before we go there, let's look at the MCU that they are using in this case. So what is it? Will it go out now? Yes. Okay, we need to take off the whole assembly because I'm very interested to see how these rockers are working. Again, this is just simple plastic, yeah. So I need to remove, same for the joystick and for the another rocker. Okay, now for the focus on. Okay, will it go out now? No, not yet. There's still... Oh my god, will I ever take it apart? Okay, will it go now? Yes, thank you. I mean, is it just me or this is really overcomplicated? Right, what the... No way. No way. Check it out, guys. That's the joystick. Oh. No way. Is this plastic? No, this is rubber. Oh, sorry. So this is the knobs on the switches are rubber. It's just pushing on them. Same goes on the rocker switches here. That is the most unique solution I have ever seen in my life. And yeah, and they are just soldered to the PCB on the bottom. Amazing. And then the other switch, tactile switches are just the thin ones. That I think that they look the same as the ones on the SF1000. I don't remember right now. And we have the 4 LEDs in here, and that is basically it. These rotary encoders are, listen to that, they are so nice. If only there were any markings on them, but unfortunately that's all you get. There's nothing. Yeah, so yeah, I still wasn't able to find the rotary encoders that Thrustmaster is using, but I really like them. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Here you can see this piece of the exposed PCB. I mean, there's like a metal layer on the PCB. So this is just, like I said before, this is for grounding of the whole PCB. I mean, it makes sense that they're using it for direct drive as well. So that needs to be grounded just to prevent any EMI interference. I think that's gonna be it, guys. I really can't see anything interesting apart from that in here. Actually, sorry, I forgot to talk about the front plate. So first of all, let's look at the buttons. Why is it so dark in here? First of all, let's look at those buttons. So here are the knobs, and they have those ridges here on 4 sides, so that's to prevent them from rotating. Yeah, so you can see that's how it looks like when you remove it. right? I have similar concept to what was done in the SF1000. So for the LEDs we just have these plastic inserts, and the Ferrari logo is just here with these I don't know how to call them, these plastic locks, so you can push it out and replace it for something custom if you wanted to. And yeah, that's it. All the buttons are identical. It's basically like a copy paste, which is Thrustmaster's favorite thing to do. Yeah, that's it. I think now I can finally put it together and test it. Right, so first of all, apologies for the video quality. My GoPro really didn't like the lighting conditions for some reason. But now I did a few races with the 488 GT3, so let me just share some of my findings and impressions. First of all, the biggest downsides have to be the grips. They really aren't comfortable, and it's not even the fact that they're plastic. It's more the shape of them that it just isn't particularly ergonomic, which is very surprising because, say what you want about Thrustmaster, the ergonomics weren't ever really a big issue with the products. After driving for a couple of hours with gloves, I started getting used to it, but still it's nowhere near to the comfort of like a proper Momo or Sparco wheels. Secondly, the paddle shifters. They're actually pretty good. I had my concerns, but I didn't have a single double shift. There's no flex, sound is fairly quiet, and the force required to pull them, even though on the lower side, is very much okay. Overall, contrary to my initial impressions, I do really like them. Then there's the LEDs. There's only 4, so obviously the functionality is limited, but you get 1 for flags, 2 for the rev indicator, and 1 for pit. Also, when you press a combination of buttons, you can change the brightness and switch them between GT3 and Formula mode, so that's all fine. But there's 2 things I'm not overly keen on. First is that the rev lights don't blink, and I'm aware it's a personal preference, but in SimHub I always set it so that the LEDs blink when I hit the rev limiter. Here they just change the color from green to yellow and red, depending on the engine's RPM. Second thing is the pit light. For some reason, in Assetto Corsa Competizione, after the pit window is open in a race, it stays on till the end, and I just couldn't find a way to disable it. I really hope there is, or will be, an option to change it, because for me it's really distracting. And that brings me to the final point. Apart from brightness, there's no way to customize anything. I'm used to SimHub, where you can set practically anything you want, but here there's none of that. Same thing was with the SF1000 wheel. You're just stuck with whatever Thrustmaster decided. It just really puzzles me, why can't they give us some customization tool? It would just make their products so much better. Okay, so overall, how is it to drive? Well, if you ignore the uncomfortable grips, it's pretty good actually. The diameter is spot on for the GT3 cars. There's surprisingly no noticeable flex, even with the stronger force feedback. Buttons are very easy to reach. Paddle shifters, like I already mentioned, are good, and well, overall I did enjoy it. Now, will it become my default wheel for GT3 racing? I'm not sure. We'll give it a few more races to get used to it, but in all honesty, it probably won't become my favorite. And it's mainly because I just have other wheels that are higher quality and more ergonomic. I do think though that this is the best wheel Thrustmaster made to date. For GT racing, that is. For the road cars, well, the old Sparco are just obviously so much better. But honestly, I might even go as far as saying that if you don't play Formula 1, it is a better offering than the SF1000. Right, so I think by now I just showed you everything there is about the new Ferrari wheel. But if you have any additional questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching and have a great rest of the day.